right, y'all. Welcome back. DC Sons podcast. I got another legend, one of the legends in Washington, D.C., Curt Trouble Smith here with me today. Excited about this, man. One of my favorite players to be in this town, man. And I'm going to be able to tell him why in so many ways he's one of my favorites, man. Glad to have you here, Trouble.
Respect, and I'm glad to be here, man. You know, anything you do, I'm support. You know, and that's just what I'm gonna do for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And a lot of people don't understand friendships and relationships. You know what I'm saying? People don't. You ain't gotta hang with a person every day to have a bond with them. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And that's how you always been.
Ain't no question.
My man.
Yeah. So we're gonna get right to it. It's so much to talk about. For us, especially guards, being undersized, right? Correct. But being giants in this town. What is the secret to making you one of the best guys to ever touch the basketball in this town? What is a few things that you can touch on?
Well, I'm gonna start off with just, like learning from what was before me. You know what I'm saying? My family. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I got my uncle played in the NBA. My brother played in the NBA. I got my uncle, Hall of Famer Howard. I got another uncle played at Dunbar. Was a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But learn from them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want these kids to understand now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be thinking like the older guys are like mad at the younger guys for what they're doing. No, we just you gotta respect and for who paved the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, your dad played together years ago. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know the story. He and I had a broken ankle. He'll tell you. He was in Denver Nuggets camp in the summertime.
Yep.
For agent joint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said, damn, I said, my man out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He out there motherfucker cooking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just respect, you know what I'm saying, for people that you know personally, for one, and for two, it's just learning from your elders. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me become who I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always looked up to people. I never looked down on people.
Yeah.
And I respected what people were doing before me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look forward to going to see my brother play. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to going to see Sherman Douglas play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't wait to get in that mode, you know what I'm saying, to become who they were. You get what I'm saying? And, and a lot of people don't understand that part. They just look at me as like, oh, he just be hooping, or no, I learned. I waited my turn.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I just didn't jump out there thinking I waited my goddamn turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So on that point though, like, what is that one habit that you feel like you had that made you that damn good? You know what I'm saying? Like that had you. Of course, you had determination, you had skill, you learned, you studied. But what is that one habit, that ritual, like that one thing that you was gonna do every day to aid and assist that game? You know what I'm saying?
Just actually, it's a great question for one. Just loving the game. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't wait to go outside and just play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at all what's going on today. I didn't need a trainer.
Yeah.
I was my own trainer.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking from arrogance. I knew what I needed to work on.
Yeah.
Couldn't nobody tell me you need to work on. I knew what I needed to work on.
That's right.
And my mindset was just different. You know what I'm saying? My mindset was just different, and I think that's what got me over the hump as far as, like, comparing myself to others. My mindset was just different.
Yeah. And that goes into, part of the reason why, of course, having the dad that I had, right, always loved the game. And as I got older, I used to always be pissed that everything was a serious thing, you know what I'm saying, when it came to the sport. Whatever that sport was, he was militant about your craft and you wanting it, right? But then, there's people like yourself that I idolize. Like, I'm like, damn, he really, because I was blessed enough to watch basketball back then in my city. You know what I'm saying? And see you play like that, dog. It was just like, I'm like, damn, man. He ain't scared. Like he cooking Bama's, pros, whatever. So I want to know, like, if you put yourself in this era, right? Would you think it'll be easier to become a pro, or do you think it'll be kind of the same?
It'll be much easier. I mean, I'm
It'll be much easier. That's right.
Because for one, you know what I'm saying, this era didn't do that we did back in the day.
Right.
We riding past all these beautiful basketball courts that be empty. We had to put strings up ourselves.
Yeah.
We had to go find ladders and put up strings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the pavement and all. Man, this shit right now.
Yeah.
It hurts me to walk, to ride past these basketball courts. These beautiful fiberglass outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, we had the moon joints and we couldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we had people just we hooping today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, they don't even hoop no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you take, for example, take Berry Farms, you take the Watts League, you take all that. The only time you see people on the basketball court is when the game's going on in the summertime. Right. We out there every day back in the day. Yeah. So I'm just saying, to answer your question, I would really be honest with you. I think I would average like 73 today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and sometimes, just to actually, because there's a lot of talent. Don't get me wrong.
73.
It's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong on that. I don't think these kids are playing enough basketball.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got the social media, you got all that going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like things that you're doing right now for the youth.
Yeah.
I just wish it would be a lot of more people that's doing the same thing you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a gym where kids can just hoop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of being so stationary, just so one-sided and not working on game skills. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just individual skills. You know what I'm saying? But I'm jokingly about the 73.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say, I would have dominated this shit.
Yeah. And that's
for sure.
Nah, and I believe it, right? And so when you talk about high school basketball, right? And I think, I see that we have so much potential. We're bringing it back to how it was in y'all days. Mm-hmm. Like, and what bothers me, and I'm gonna get to my question, but what bothers me about high school basketball today is the level of support. Like, you go to games sometimes, there may be 12, 15, 20 people in attendance, right? It's a two-part question. One, do you think because the circumstances and the conditions of parents now, or we just don't make basketball a priority like it once was in this town? You know what I'm saying? And that's what bothers me. So what do you think, like, what's the difference in the attendance? Like, what is it because basketball was a priority and we had talent, or is because, parents were able and more flexible to make those games in community?
Once again, another great question, and I think that social media has a lot to do with it also. You can just look up on your phone and watch a game. Mm. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to be there. Then you got to add another situation into it. Behavior. When you go to these games,
right?
They out here tripping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to put themselves in them situations to be somewhere where they're not comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, I'm gonna sit back and watch it on my phone.
Yeah.
Instead of me going to the game and something might happen. And you get what I'm saying? And that's a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
Now you can flip the script. Yes, we had a lot of crime back in the 80s when we played. But at the same time, when it came to that, you know what I'm saying, the athletic part, people felt safe going to the games.
Right.
And leaving the games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with it, to be honest with you. And also, I think that, you know, it's a situation where, as back in the day, you know, you had parents that were supportive. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of two family, mother and father. Now it's just like, you know, I get calls every day, go see my son play. My whole thing is this: who's his father?
Yeah.
Before I even take on the opportunity, let me be respectful and let me talk to the dad.
Yeah, that's right.
You get what I'm saying? Because that gets misconstrued also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been against. I ain't know that was your son. But I had a conversation with the mom saying, "Come and see my son play."
Right.
But my first response is, let me meet the father first.
Right.
Before I take any actions on having any dealings with your son.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus back in the day, everybody knew who your dad was, you know what I'm saying, who your mom was and all that.
Yeah.
So it's just a different culture right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got kids doing videos and sending their shit out to colleges and all that. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, as far as the attendance to the games, I just think back then it was more exciting. More exciting because we didn't have all the cameras. You had to actually go see the game, go to the game to see the game.
Yeah.
And that has a lot to do with it also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I know I can ask these questions because you gonna just.
Man, you can ask me any motherfucking thing.
So I'm gonna tell you that's something that bothers me, and I wonder if it bothers you because I think you kind of think like, of course you've been here before me, right? But what bothers me is this ranking stuff, and I don't want to, go too much into it. But I want to ask you,
can't push the car like this.
Feel
There is a
about
better way.
commercial
Stop
break? We're
spending
going on
the
commercial.
energy.
We're going on commercial. So the question, that question I was saying is, how do you feel about these guys who are ranking these kids? Like everybody's got a top 50, a top 100 that they coming out with from each area, but more specifically our area, the DMV. How do you feel about that? Like,
Once again, it goes back to social media. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I was on the AAU circuit for a while coaching. You know what I mean? And I've had a chance to coach a lot of great players. You know what I'm saying? And to name one, Najee Marshall.
Yep.
Najee wasn't even ranked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody knew who he was.
Yep.
So I told, my guy Damon, we had a conversation. I said, man, that boy a pro.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, my guy Charlie Moe.
Yep.
My co-pilot, you know what I'm saying? We used to leave practice, man, that boy can play.
Yeah.
He just didn't have the knowledge yet.
Yeah.
I said, once he get it, he's going to be good. But he wasn't ranked. You get what I'm saying? We'll go places and play against the top five. He top five. Like, where are y'all getting it from for y'all to rank people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who does this?
Right.
See, now it's back then, it wasn't a battle with all the tennis shoe contracts, the apparel. You know what I'm saying? It was like you either number one, number two, and one. There wasn't no you number one in Adidas.
Yeah.
You number two on the circuit with Nike. No, back then it was you just whatever it is.
Yeah.
You wasn't breaking it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you only playing on one circuit.
Right.
Now you got, and this is what I don't like about today's game with the kids. You got all these apparel, you know what I'm saying? And they don't let these kids bump against each other. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you got, he's number one in Nike, but Adidas got their number one. Puma got their number. Y'all ain't letting them bump.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who's getting the,
Right.
who the genius
That's right.
to rate these kids?
Yeah.
Have one goddamn joint
Yep.
where all of them can just bump.
That's right.
Then we can rank them.
Yeah.
Instead of hiding them on one circuit. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's how we, back in the day, it was like one, like, they don't motherfucking, none of that shit. That's it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it came down to it, they'll create an all-star game and see what's up,
That's right.
which they don't do today. I'm not against how they, do their thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general, it's ways to do rankings better than what they do right now.
Ain't no question.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we have kids in the hood. I got some kids from Randall Way that can hoop,
Yeah.
just don't have the opportunity.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But then you have these top 10 kids in the area who afraid they ain't coming to get that bump. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my take on the ranking.
Yeah. And so what's your taking on not allowing kids, like people protecting their kids, not even protecting
I don't
them,
like it.
Oh, yeah, he ain't gonna be able to play in that.
That's bullshit. That's afraid that they gonna get exposed.
There we go. There we go.
Afraid to get exposed.
There we go.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that goes back to my point in saying it's different now.
Yeah.
We wanted all that shit back
Ain't
in
no
the day.
question.
It's like a lot of these guys get certain labels and certain jobs, and it might be a kid that's really good.
Yeah.
And like, so he can't play against the kid from Paula 6.
Yeah.
Can't play against a kid from DeMatha.
Yeah.
How will we know if they don't play against each other?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now it's kind of it's really hard out here for these kids right now in these environments, in these public schools, these charter schools. It's hard for them to even get an opportunity because the other guys are being hidden from actual competition.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's about giving the kid a chance.
Yeah. And I think that's real. Like, I remember like a few years when we was building up KIP, as a charter, and a lot of people, I didn't had jobs offered to me, for public school, but I graduated from a charter school, and during that time when I was playing charter school, we were better than a lot of public schools. At the time, it was only about 3-4 schools that were good. It was Hyde. We was coached by Reggie Stevens. It was Friendship on Minnesota, coached by Crouch.
Mm-hmm.
Bottle at Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's a toss-up for any, I forgot the other schools, but during that time, wasn't a lot of charter schools good. And so, to your point, when we started building up KIP legacy, it was Somerset first, nobody really gave us a game.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Shaq went to Tech Prep, and he built up that program. And so, Shaq was the only person giving me a job, a game and battle, because they were outside our conference. And then this year, 2 years ago, anybody was giving me a game. But this year, I got a lot of, we couldn't get the contract done, and, this, that, and the third. But I'm saying, it ain't about me saying that I beat you. It's about me allowing our kids to get exposure, because y'all have some of the quote-unquote top players,
mm-hmm.
right? And so I was excited that Durkee, didn't renege and let us be able to play his team again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because Quinn Cooper is top 5 miles in D.C.,
mm-hmm.
right? And so we got to play against him, Eric, and Kai, their team the last 2 years. And my guys, who are those guys, showed up every time. And so, I just think doing y'all even when y'all got out of high school and some of y'all went out and tried to become pros, y'all wasn't ducking. Like, y'all was playing against each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it was in the summertime,
Mm-hmm.
the wintertime. And so I just wanted to ask you that because you've done enough with the game of basketball in this town to speak on it. And so my next thing, right, is when y'all used to do the Red Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I love about y'all was being honest about these guys. What about these guys who talk heavy about the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your take on this generation where anybody could say they that guy with basketball? You know what I'm saying? And playing in these leagues and stuff like.
My take on you named two guys, two of my good friends, Shackelford and Malcolm Battle.
Yeah.
They understand the back then and now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why they were successful at what they doing. You know, Battle took that Chavez. You can name Malcolm Clark, Marquis, all them, boom, boom, boom. I didn't see them kids get so better just from Battle opening up the gym for us on Sundays. They interact with older guys that play ball. You know what I'm saying? I see Shackelford energy. You know what I'm saying? Them two guys came from the dirt.
Yeah.
They know how it is. And they put all that effort in it because they saying we can give these guys a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can get these kids better. You know what I'm saying? And me and Malcolm talk all the time about that. You know what I'm saying? And when Malcolm took the Carroll job, it's funny because we were just talking this the other night. And I was like, Slim, you really want to take that job?
Yeah.
He's like, man, I'm gonna give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. It's different. Expectations. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities for kids. You got to deal with. You got to be in competition with the WCAC. You got to boom, 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 boom. I'm like, Slim. Stay in your element.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time, and he'll tell you. He'll call me sometime, man, and say, man, I'm like, I don't hear that shit.
Yeah.
But it's that we grew up together, so we can talk like that to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's making the best of it, though. Because
Yeah.
Malcolm will do a good job, a great job. You know what I'm saying? And he speak highly of y'all guys.
Yeah.
Because he been there before. And he dealt with kids not getting opportunities, the same kids y'all dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just build. It's a building bridge. You know what I'm saying? And Shackelford the same way.
Yeah.
Their energy, they been there. You know what I'm saying? They know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And then you can take, you know what I'm saying, like the job you're doing, the job Drew doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all dudes is to me, y'all underpaid with that shit.
Yeah.
Tutu. You know what I'm saying? Lonnie, all y'all. The things y'all doing. That to me, I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all do it. But to get back to the subject, if you notice, when you said about the Red Cup, when I ask questions about players and comparing,
Yeah.
that's why I always say no disrespect.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, I used to get calls from people.
Mm-hmm.
If I say Jimmy Black or Chase, boom, a motherfucker come, man, that's fucked up. Ooh, man, how you going?
Yeah.
That's why people don't understand what no disrespect means.
Yeah.
Say who you going with,
Yeah.
but that's not meaning that the other person is better.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I always say no disrespect.
Yeah.
And that's why I respect y'all energy that y'all giving to the game. It's just different because y'all have to deal with a lot than coaches back in the day did. You get what I'm saying? Because of the culture, what's going on, because of the crime in our city and all that.
Yeah.
But for y'all doing what y'all doing, I take my head off y'all. I'm no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And y'all still active, playing the summer leagues and shit like that. See, I never got a chance to see my coach play back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never got a chance to see my coach play. I can't name one coach that I played for that I actually seen play basketball.
Yeah.
But y'all still out here hooping, and y'all kids are seeing y'all play.
Yeah.
So that's more of a coaching tool. Like, for you getting that huddle and be like, man, you shouldn't have took that shot.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. So you play, man, I seen you play, motherfucker, you took that shot.
Yeah.
I never had a chance to do that.
Yeah, I deal with that. I
Yeah.
deal with that. I
Yeah.
deal with that. So.
Exactly.
Damn, that's so real. I deal with that with my guys. Swear, Marlon and Monster, that's they go-to if I get on them about something. Especially Marlon. You know, he shoots some crazy shots.
So
And
did
he's
Jimmy Black.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Nah, for real. And the first time I ever heard him say it, I couldn't say nothing back. I just was like, and now I know how to counter it because I
Right.
prepared myself for it. But I really was like, damn, he got me, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, man,
Right.
he came to the games. He see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I tell him I don't have no eligibility, right?
Right.
I'm done. I ain't trying to go overseas. I ain't trying to go play college
Shit,
ball.
all this college shit now, you might got about 2 years left. These motherfuckers getting.
They my age, hooping. They out there. Well, I mean,
No bullshit.
you gonna stop it and come back?
Oh, you can keep going. I was just telling you got 1 minute.
Okay. Nah, I'm gonna come back because I got one more question.
Dang. Then just keep going.
Okay. So so let me ask you this, man. I gotta ask it. When they was doing when they was talking about LeBron versus Mike, I know you from the Michael Jordan era, right? But you love the game, right? Who you going with?
Better basketball player? See.
No. I want you, no disrespect.
Okay.
Who you going with?
LeBron James.
Yeah. Why you going with?
I think he's a better basketball player.
Okay.
See, people don't appreciate him just playing basketball.
That's right.
The expectation, they keep comparing him to Jordan. It's okay. I grew up Dr. J.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You don't hear that name no more.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jordan came. Jordan wasn't being compared to Dr. J.
Right.
Jordan was appreciated for being Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So my thing is, why can't LeBron be appreciated as being just LeBron James?
That's right.
See, his expectations are crazy. He met every quota. Boom, he did it.
Yeah.
Straight out of high school. Boom, boom, boom. So everything. Oh, Jordan, 6 rings. Boom. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm a Jordan fan too. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm not. I ain't crazy.
Yeah.
I just think LeBron James is the better basketball player. It's not about who I like or who I'm taking. I just think LeBron James is an all-around basketball player. He's like a Magic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a Jordan.
Yeah.
A mixture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't get caught up in the who's better.
Right.
Because both of them some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I just think the better comparison to Jordan is Kobe.
That-
Because Kobe patterned his game after Jordan.
Yeah.
They play just like.
Yeah.
LeBron plays nowhere near like Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
It's no comparisons. LeBron's like a Magic. He can do some Jordan shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just that's just what it is.
Yeah.
He can do some Dr. J shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm not caught up on the GOAT conversation. But if you to answer your question, I like LeBron James better. That's all.
Okay. And so I get confused by everybody. Like, I'm going with Kobe Bryant.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know,
Bad motherfucker.
I mean, you know, you score the ball. You love to score the ball.
Bad motherfucker, Kobe Bryant.
I just like Kobe Bryant. If I had one question to ask, and then I want you to ask me one too. Before we check out, who
Let me take
is
a
that?
sip. Let me take a sip on that shit.
Who is that one player that you went up against? Pro, high school, college, whatever, right? That you had to go in your bag for.
I got 2 of them.
Okay.
My first one is Henry Hall. A lot of people don't know about this motherfucker.
Henry?
Straight gangster out that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bad mother. Oh man, this motherfucker. Yeah, and see, man, we played AAU ball together, so I got a chance to play against him and battle against him. You know what I'm saying? And that dude was on some other shit. Like when I say some other shit, that nigga was bad.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Jump shot, bop, all that. So that's one of them. My next one, I have. See, a lot of people say I'm biased when I say my brother. So I'm going to leave him out of the equation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My next one would say Sam Cassell. Savvy with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can good handle.
Yeah.
Knowledge of the game, crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Big guard. You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot from Sam. You know what I'm saying? Just being vocal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that I think the kids don't do enough right now. You know what I'm saying? I watch kids play now. You might get a nice little pass. Dude might lay it up. They don't even say good pass no more. You know, we at least point to you like,
yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but to answer your question, Henry and Sam.
Okay. And I said there was one question. I got one more, man. Why don't our pros come back to the city? And I'm gonna tell you why it bothers me, right?
And I'm gonna tell you, go ahead. I'm glad that you bringing this up.
I'm gonna tell you why it bothers me, right? Because when I look at Baltimore and I see the elevation and the way they are expanding with their talent, it's simply because when I go to Baltimore in the summer and I commend them dudes, they a family. They pros are back. They got open gym sessions going on 3 times a day. Then they got the summer league going on the weekend. And so these kids who may not even be pro ready, but they being exposed by these pros and they getting pro prepared. You see what I'm saying? And they getting that knowledge and they soaking up different things like finishing with the left or, you know, finishing with right and things like that. Why we can't get that here in DC? Does that bother you? Because it bothers me.
It bothers me a whole lot. The first thing that bothers me is this. When you combine the professional guys that we have that's from here, NBA, NFL, right? You understand what I'm saying? There's no way that we shouldn't have a facility, a state of the art.
Yeah, it is.
With a football field,
Yeah.
a basketball gym, with multiple courts, with a football field where kids can do drills.
Yeah.
We can host, what's John Orlando? Orlando got one called
PG Sports.
Whatever. It's something that they got a whole motherfucking joint.
Yeah.
St.
James got
why we keep going to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where we got so many pros.
Yeah.
Who's financially stable.
That's right.
That can just get together and say, let's build like a whole motherfucking joint.
I'm with you.
But we ain't got to worry about flying out. Cause they coming to us, for one, because we the chocolate city, for one.
That's right.
Who not going to come here?
Come on, man.
Who not? It's things to do. We got casinos now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got major hotels now that we can host some AAU tournaments.
That's right.
We can host some McDonald's capital, some games.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, that's what get me.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no way we shouldn't have a state of art joint.
Come on.
There's no way. So what I'm saying is, once again, there's no disrespect to the guys who are able to do it.
Yeah.
I just want all of them to get together and do that shit.
That's right.
Put the egos to the side. And let's have one big ass motherfucker. Man, we got a bar in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We got everything. You ain't got a one-stop shop.
That's right.
If they get the egos aside. There's no way you can tell me that we don't have enough professionals in NBA and NFL that can put that together. But guess what? Myself and yourself are the guys that's doing more for our communities than the guys that on another level that's doing for the communities, and they've been in them seats before.
Yeah.
They know how it is to go on trips and how to money. But that's what fucks me up.
Yeah.
That's what fucks me up. And I ain't gonna call out no names.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
I just want them to get the message though.
That's it.
That's it.
Man, look, man, this was a classic. Got the legend to come here, man. So blessed and appreciative. Guy I idolized, man, and you know, for so many years, just coming down and watching, just being able to talk a little trash to him. You know, being able to have an uncle in the neighborhood when you go hoop, and just to hear people be honest with you. You know, some young dudes don't like people being honest with them, no matter how old they get. So, just want to tell you, I appreciate you. It's always love.
You know, I appreciate you.
And man, just you know, just
make sure you park in the right parking space this time, motherfucker. Motherfucker left his car. I gotta tell you a story.
Sideways.
Motherfucker left his car. I said, what the fuck? This nigga say, oh, I just had heard I was late with it. I said, motherfucker, park that.
police is about to give me out of here.
I said,
don't save me.
I said, his nephew car. We can't fuck with that. Nah, no bullshit.
And the car, the back of the car was up on the curb. The front of the car was in the spot. The spot was about this big. I said, well, let me just get some of it in the spot.
And the one thing about it, all my neighbors, they knew it was somebody that was just from me. I said, nah, he good. Don't worry about that shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man,
but I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
My
Yes,
man.
sir, baby. Appreciate
All
you.
success, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
My
Yes,
man.
sir.
My guy.
Diamonds on my neck, it's the golden days. Bounce back on the loss, hustle with all costs, getting money, getting